Hey everybody, I hope you're having a great day. So today with the Empty Pot, we are going to be working on the beginning, middle, and end of the story and retelling parts of the story. So today you will be working in page 4, 5, and 6 in your workbook. And we are going to listen to chunks of the story. So we're going to listen to a little chunk of the beginning of the story and answer that beginning part, and then we will go back and listen to a little chunk in the middle of the story so that it's fresh in our mind. So the question is, why? The first question is, why does Ping come to the palace? So we are going to go back and listen to that part of the story, and then you will have an opportunity to work on page 4 in your workbook. So let me pull up the story. We are going to listen to the story today. That way it's just a different version. All right, so I want you to have your listening ears on, and we will listen to the first beginning of the story.
The title of our story is The Empty Pot. The author is Demi. A long time ago in China, there was a boy named Ping who loved flowers. Anything he planted burst into bloom. Up came flowers, bushes, and even big fruit trees, as if by magic. Everyone in the kingdom loved flowers too. They planted them everywhere, and the air smelled like perfume. The emperor loved birds and animals, but flowers most of all. And he tended his own garden every day. But the emperor was very old. He needed to choose a successor to the throne. Who would his successor be? And how would the emperor choose? Because the emperor loves flowers so much, he decided to let the flowers choose. The next day, a proclamation was issued. All the children in the land were to come to the palace. There, they would be given special flower seeds by the emperor. Whoever can show me their best in a year's time, he said, will succeed me to the throne. This news created great excitement throughout the land. Children from all over the country swarmed to the palace to get their flower seeds. All the parents wanted their children to be chosen emperor, and all the children hoped they would be chosen too. When Ping received his seed from the emperor, he was the happiest child of all. He was sure he could grow the most beautiful flower.
All right, we're going to stop there and go back to our paper. Turn in your book to page 4 if you haven't done that already. And the first thing I want you to do is it says, draw a picture to show why Ping comes to the palace. And a hint is the emperor gives something to each child. So I want you to pause the video and draw the picture of why Ping comes to the palace. And once you've drawn your picture, unpause, and we are going to write what is happening in the picture. All right, welcome back. So we are going to write about, the question was, why does Ping come to the palace? And our hint was the emperor gave something to each child. So why did Ping come to the palace? Right, he came to the palace to get a seed from the emperor. So I'm going to write Ping gets a seed from the emperor. That always goes at the end of my sentence. There you got a period. So I hope your picture illustrated that Ping gets a seed from the emperor. All right, pause the video if you need to finish copying that down. All right, and then welcome back. So turn and talk to somebody in your house and tell how Ping feels about coming to the palace. So just watching that, how do we know how Ping feels about coming to the palace? All right, once you have finished that, you're going to flip the page, and we are on page 5, which is talking about the middle of that story. So we are going to go back and listen to the middle of our story.
Ping filled a flower pot with rich soil. He planted the seed in it very carefully. He watered it every day. He couldn't wait to see it sprout, grow, and blossom into a beautiful flower. Day after day passed, but nothing grew in his pot. Ping was worried. He put new soil into a bigger pot. Then he transferred the seed into the rich black soil. Another 2 months he waited. Still nothing happened. By and by, the whole year passed. Spring came, and all the children put on their best clothes to greet the emperor. They rushed to the palace with their beautiful flowers, eagerly hoping to be chosen. Ping was ashamed of his empty pot. He thought the other children would laugh at him because for once he couldn't get a flower to grow. His clever friend ran by holding a great big plant. "Ping," he said, "you're not really going to the emperor with an empty pot, are you? Couldn't you grow a great big flower like mine?" "I've grown lots of flowers better than yours," Ping said. "It's just the seed that won't grow." Ping's father overheard this and said, "You did your best, and your best is good enough to present to the emperor." Holding the empty pot in his hand, Ping went straight away to the palace.
Okay, so we are going to stop there. And in our books, we're going to write about what just happened in the middle of that story. So that it says, draw a picture of what Ping takes to the palace. So a hint is, what does Ping take to the emperor? So I want you to draw a picture here. And this time, you are going to write your own complete sentence telling me what he took to the palace in your picture. So I want to starting with a capital letter and ending with a punctuation mark. You are going to write a sentence telling me what Ping takes to the palace. All right, so pause the video, and once you have drawn your picture and written your sentence, unpause and we will finish. Welcome back. So I want you to tell an adult or a sibling or somebody in your house I want you to turn and talk and tell why Ping is ashamed but goes to the palace anyway. So somebody encourages him to go to the palace anyways, even though he's a little embarrassed of what his pot looked like. So I hope you drew a picture of an empty pot, a flower pot that was empty, and I hope what you wrote was something like, Ping took his empty pot to the palace, or Ping took his empty pot to the emperor, because that's what we were looking for. That was the most important part of the middle of that story. Now we are going to move to the end of the story. We are going to go watch the end of the story, and then we will talk about that. All right, I want you to be a good listener for the end of the story.
The emperor was looking at the flowers slowly, one by one. How beautiful all the flowers were, but the emperor was frowning and did not say a word. Finally, he came to Ping. Ping hung his head in shame, expecting to be punished. The emperor asked him, "Why did you bring an empty pot?" Ping started to cry and replied, I planted the seed you gave me, and I watered it every day, but it didn't sprout. I put it in a better pot with better soil, but still it didn't sprout. I tended it all year long, but nothing grew. So today I had to bring an empty pot without a flower. It was the best I could do. When the emperor heard these words, a smile slowly spread over his face, and he put his arm around me. Then he exclaimed to one and all, I have found him. I have found the one person worthy of being emperor. Where you got your seeds from, I do not know, for the seeds I gave you had all been cooked, so it was impossible for them to grow. I admire Ping's great courage to appear before me with the empty truth, and now I reward him with my entire kingdom and make him emperor of all the land.
All right, so that is the end of our story. We are going to go and write about the most important part of the end of our story. So the question is, what makes the emperor smile? So I want you to think about that. Why does the emperor smile after hearing Ping's answer? So what made him smile? I want you, a hint for that is Ping tells about trying to grow the flower. So what Ping says makes the emperor smile. So I want you to illustrate a picture of what happened when the emperor smiled, what was making him smile, and then write a complete sentence telling me why the emperor was smiling. So draw your picture and then write about what you drew in your picture to tell me why the emperor was smiling. And pause the video, and then when you are finished, come back because I want us to review and make sure we got the correct answer. All right, welcome back. I hope you drew a picture of Ping holding his empty pot, and maybe he's talking to the emperor, telling him what he did and how he took care of the plant and it still didn't grow. And I hope your answer is something like Ping tells the truth about his pot, and the emperor is smiling because Ping was brave, or Ping was showing courage. So I hope you told that the emperor was smiling because Ping told the truth. Ping did the right thing. All the other kids had beautiful flowers, but did they do the right thing? Did they do what the emperor asked them to do? No. Right, so I hope what you drew and wrote was that Ping was honest and he told the truth. Last, for today, I want you to tell why the emperor chose Ping to be his successor. So find somebody in your house to tell that to. And we will continue working with the empty pot tomorrow. I will talk to you soon. Bye, guys.